No. Can I sleep on live today? Joe? What does that mean? I'm not quite sure what that means. Just bear with me, guys. I am absolutely going to figure this out. Video capture device cam link. Watch this. I bet you if I go to this one, I bet you see me, but I have to. Yeah, no, that's not good. Okay, let's try this instead. This should work. I don't know. Hey. I don't know. I don't know, guys. Oh, wait a minute. There is something. But it's showing a big delay. Oh, I see. Okay. I think we're good. I think it's on. I see something on my screen. Um, I don't hear anything, but I guess that's a good thing now because it would echo, right? It would definitely echo. Anywho, everything looks really bright. So let's get caught up. A lot has happened, and I do mean a lot. Um, let's go back a ways. When was the last time we did a live? I guess it was over a month ago now, right? Yeah, okay. I did get my permit. Yay! Happy dance. I got my permit, but I didn't get the date that I wanted. I have to go a month later, so I'm going to go in May instead of April, which is okay. It's not so bad. If I was starting from the beginning, I might be a little concerned about getting in there like late September, October, at the north end by California, which would be, colder. But that's fine. Since I've already done like almost half of it, it shouldn't be an issue at all. In fact, I might be able to redo quite a bit of it. What else? So then I went on that weekend hike in the snowstorm. I used a different tent. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Um, I am moving. That's the other big news. I definitely sold my house, and it's a firm contract, which means it's pretty much a done deal. Just now all really I have to worry about is just letting the lawyers do their job and getting my money. And I have some plans. I've decided I'm going to be homeless, as you all know, if you've been following along. Um, and for the new ones, I'll just go over it again. I intend to live a nomadic lifestyle for a while. And so, because I'm going to be on trail most of the year this year, I figured there just wasn't any point in rushing out and um, jumping into something. I need to think about things. I have had a really rough year. 2023 for me was a pretty bad year. It was a transitional year. It was pretty rough, and that's fine. But 2024, ooh. And so, anyways, back to the hike. So because I'm leaving not until May. Um, I'm kind of stir crazy. Now my house closes in February, so I pretty much have to stick around until February, and that only gives me what, a month, right? So I've been packing like crazy. I've got boxes everywhere. You don't see it on screen, but it's pretty it's you wouldn't want to come in here. It's like a nightmare. It's like a tornado hit it. And my roommate just moved out, so I gotta work on that because it's a bit of a mess up there. The garage, I have to do that. I have to get movers. I have to hire people. Yeah, I have to get storage. Um, wow, I mean, yeah, it's gonna be busy. And then I just want to do something, treat myself. So I have a birthday coming up, and I am going out of the country for a while, and that I won't video. However, what I will video is, and I know that I've already posted that I wanted to go to New Zealand and hike the T, how do you say it? Arora, Ararora, or something. I'll never. I'll just say the New Zealand Trail. Okay, you'll know what I'm talking about. But I found out it's like 3,000 miles, or sorry, 3,000 kilometers, almost 2,000 miles or more. Or no, actually around 2,000. So there's just no way I'm going to be able to do that and then get on the PCT this year, right? So what I'm thinking is go and do the Camino de Santiago. And that's kind of my big announcement is I've decided that I want to go a little early. First I'm going with my friend. We're going to be going somewhere else in the Caribbean. But I was thinking around the end of February, going into Paris, spending a week in Paris, and then taking a train down to the trailhead, which is still in France, just closer to the Spanish border, and then hike the Francis, what's called the Francis. So the Camino has a few trails that go along through Spain. And I originally, and I still will, I would really love to go along what's called the Nort. Nort is the one that goes along the ocean. But I have a feeling, because I'd be going in like March, I have this feeling that I'm going to freeze my ass off if I go along the ocean. I'm thinking, if I just stay inland a bit, cross the desert. Now the desert can get pretty cold in winters too, but their winters, like, they're so much lower than I am, like, on the map. I'm trying to be a geologist here, or whatever you call those people that do maps. I don't do maps. Ask anybody who's hiked with me. I get lost getting out of camp some mornings. But anyways, yeah. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna hike the what's called the Frances. So Camino de Frances, I guess it's called, or maybe it's Camino de Santiago / Frances, Francais. I don't know. Anyway, it's also the longest one. It's under 600 miles, over 880 kilometers, and I expect to do it in about 6 weeks, I'm thinking. So if I go there, I've got March, 6 weeks takes me to April 15th. I fly into California, I hang out with some friends for a week or two. I take off on the PCT. So that's it. That's what I got. That's what all of this has been about. Like I say, it's a lot of travel, but I've always wanted to travel anyways. I just love, I want to go to all these trails, like the New Zealand Trail. I would just be rushed and I wouldn't finish it. And then I'd just be all upset because I didn't finish it. So I want to give it the due respect it deserves. In other words, make an entire season out of it and go in the winter. Like in New Zealand, it's summer there right now. They've got their hot season. So I would have ended up missing part of their summer anyways. It's almost better to go, like if I went after the PCT in, say, September or something, and then stayed there all winter. Well, my winter, their summer. So I don't know. Anyway, it is on the list for sure. So if you have any questions about that, I'm all ears. I'll also give you a bit of an itinerary on what's coming up video wise, some issues that I've had with some of the videos, mostly the subject content. This is a coffee. It's a bulletproof coffee. I make these. They're like keto friendly, low carb. You put butter. You put like a tablespoon of butter in it, some cinnamon, some salt, coffee, of course, and that's it. And really, really heavy, thick cream. Like the best I think I could get was like 35% or something. So. Heart attack waiting to happen, right? Okay, what do we got here? Let's see. I see some scrolling. Oh, let me get this out of the way here a bit. Here we go. Okay. Seeing you now. Chickpea. How you doing? How you doing? Um, Jumping in for a quick hi and happy new year to you. Yes, happy new year. That's right. I forgot to say that. It's coming up, isn't it? Yes, happy new year's to everybody. And definitely Chickpea, good to see you. I hope your holiday was good. And love your haircut. Oh, thanks. Yeah, it's got to grow back in. I thought it was a bit too short for what I wanted, for what I liked, but that's okay. Yeah. I'm going to just, there's a real extreme situation here. Hang on a second. I'm still here. I'm just wanting to do something here. There. Yeah, that's much better. Sorry, I didn't realize I was still set up for outdoor shooting. Um, Anywho, yeah, what else? So, oh, we got, oh, hi, nice to meet you. Idola Inspirasi. Cool name. Ads. Ads? Um, are you getting ads on this live chat? I didn't know that. Wow, okay. Anyway, yeah, so the videos, with moving and everything right now, the videos haven't been as frequent. That'll change, I hope, as well, especially in a couple weeks once I've moved everything. But I was trying to do, and I'm telling you, I said this last time too. I'm having a hard time with this video about aging, um, aging hikers, and it's because I don't really like to speak unless it's out of experience. I can refer to other people, I suppose, that I've seen go through um, certain things on trail, and maybe attribute those to hiking, or sorry, to age. And so I've been really wrestling with this subject. I've had quite a few people ask about it, and I want to do it. I do want to do it. I am middle-aged. No, I'm up there. I just don't, it's just like I don't really experience some of the things that I would have to talk about, right? So I guess what I mean is, aches and pains and stuff. I mean, we all have aches and pains. I don't know if I would attribute that to aging, number one, but number two, I also don't know. Like, I mean, I guess it's, where you sleep colder, maybe. I don't know what topics in particular I would cover in regards to the aging hiker, and what precautions or things should they do, or should I do? Because I don't think I do anything different than anybody else on trail. Um, I don't. I mean, we all get injured. We all do whatever. We all do X amount of miles. I've just never really seen it as an age difference. Maybe speed. I suppose speed of hiking would change as you got older. I'm not as fast as I used to be, but I actually go farther than I used to go. So, I mean, I don't know what exactly that topic would cover, right? That's kind of what I'm. Anyway, that video's on hold. I don't know what to do. I keep going in and edits and reshooting and talking about stuff, and then I watch it and I think it's just nothing here. I mean, there's nothing of any. But then, that's the strangest thing. Some of the videos that I don't see any value in, other people do. Some of the videos I thought would just absolutely fall in the toilet ended up being the best ones. So what do I know? you know. Anyway, greetings from Philippines. Oh wow, what time is it in the Philippines? It must be, geez, I don't know. Sarah Ann, nice, right on. golfer friend of mine. I've known her forever. Um, Good to see you here. Awesome. Yeah, so the other thing is that I've been really busy on, and it's part to do with my travels, especially later on, and that is my accommodations after the house after I'm gone. This might be the last video you see of this, like, because I've been using this for 3 years now. This has kind of been my studio, so to speak, and once I'm gone, what am I going to do? I'll be on the road. So most of the videos I do will be handheld out in the field somewhere doing whatever. It'd be pretty hard to actually stage something and put lighting on it, or I don't know. That's the thing. I'm not sure. So anyway, I just feel like um, maybe I should get an RV. It took a long time to get to that. I was building up the suspense, right? No, I have been shopping for an RV, and there's so many to choose from. It's just crazy. And then the delivery on it. But I will say something that I've noticed. Hang on, I'm just going to change something here. And that is that the uh, the prices really have come down on them. I was checking them out like a year and a half ago, and they were like at least 50% higher than they are now. So the ones I was looking at are like 30 feet or under. And the reason for that is I want to make sure that I get into, or at least have available to me, um, all the campsites. So from my understanding of it, and I've only checked a few on my own, but I took my car to go actually look at them. And what that is some of these state campgrounds only allow up to 30 feet or 32 feet length. And so I don't want to exclude the possibility of all these campsites. So I'm told if I keep the RV 30 or less, that I will be able to go anywhere and find a spot, and have campsites to go to and parks to go to. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. Also, the big ones, like the buses. I don't know if I want to drive one of those downtown somewhere in some city. Like I just feel like that would be. I think it would be nerve wracking to say the least. You got like a 40-footer or something. No, no. I think 30 is plenty for me to maneuver around and through towns. And the other thing too is Class A or Class C. I've kind of excluded Class B and fifth wheels. Fifth wheels. Happy New Year's, Jason. Good to see you. Um, Fifth wheels would require a separate vehicle, and so while I was thinking of towing a vehicle with this one, that would kind of negate that. So I could just actually use my tow vehicle as my main vehicle for being in towns and so on. Because the idea is not to move the RV any more than you have to. The more you move it, the more it costs, period. Just if you go to a park every night, you're going to pay more money than if you buy a block like a month at a time. Or, get one with bigger tanks so that you can go boondocking longer. Make sure you got more water and sewage and so on. So these are things I'm looking at right now. Like I just want to be able to go out and stay somewhere. My ultimate goal is to be a trail angel. I told you when I grow up I want to be a trail angel. So I just want to be able to go and park beside a trail, have enough propane to cook up hamburgers and hot dogs and give the hikers a little treat while they're on the trail, and be a trail angel and give back. I want to give back. I just think it'd be so much fun um, helping out the hikers, and because I really appreciate the help I got. I loved it. I just thought it was amazing. You come down off this hill, you're having a really hard day or whatever, and you just like mountain after mountain, and then all of a sudden you come down and you usually you smell it first. If it's cooking, you'll smell it, and it's like, oh yeah, trail magic, woohoo, let's do this, right? So I mean, it's yeah, I'd like to be one of those trail angels. I like to see the smile on the hiker's face when they come down, for sure. That would rock. And not just that. It would. I mean, those aren't just the only considerations in buying the RV. I have to live in it too. I want to live in it full time and travel the Americas with it. I like to drive right down to South America with it. That'd be cool. I mean, I'm older than dirt. I may as well do something, right? Have fun, enjoy it. So, anyways, what do we got? Sorry, I haven't been reading. Oh, okay. No questions. Okay, we're done. See ya. No, just kidding. Um, anyways, yeah. So I've got you pretty much caught up to date, and the holiday was very quiet for me. Nice, quiet Christmas. There was just a couple of us here, and New Year's will probably be the same. I'd like to go out for a camp. I'm getting stir crazy. It's driving me insane. I've got to go out. I'm waiting for a nice big storm. Would love to go and do like hot tenting and have like a stove, a wood stove. Yeah. I don't care how cold it is outside if I'm warm inside a tent, you know. What do we got here? Happy New Year's. Do we have to grow up? No, I know, right? I think that's what happens. You start as a baby and you're like, you grow up and you become an adult. And then I think what happens is when you're as you get older, you revert to being that baby, even down to the diapers, probably for some people, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, no, we do not have to grow up. Absolutely. Darlene, hi. Happy New Year to you too. Camino gel, yeah, I know, right? I mean, see, so here's the other reason why I wanted to do the Francis on the Camino. When you do Nort, when you go along the coastline, it's mostly road walking, and for me at least, I don't know, the AT spoiled me, I think, because when I picture a trail, I picture woods, trees, and the smells and the sounds, the birds chirping, and for me, that's synonymous with trail. So this is going to be really different. And it's basically, for me, it's great training for the PCT because, like I say, it's 500 and something miles. So, and it's not extreme. I don't think it's extreme elevation. At the beginning, I know it is. It's straight up. But once you've done the first few thousand feet of elevation and got up into the Pyrenees Mountains, I think from there, you're just kind of ridge walking most of the way unless you go along the ocean, which you'll be at sea level the whole time. You'll stay low, and I think it'll be a lot colder too. But then again, I don't know. It might be really cold up in the mountains too, right? Like I've been watching and reading up on it and stuff. They say the best time to go is around May. That won't be an option for me. It gets too hot in the desert. If I went in May, I would go along the coastline. Well, just to stay cooler, right? Because deserts, I did the desert, yeah, in August. Yeah, it was like 110 in the shade. Yeah, we were taking 2 hour siestas. We had to. It was crazy. But I enjoyed it though. Actually, I don't mind the heat, I gotta say. I just think there's a breaking point for me. But yeah, I'm excited. And I know it'll be expensive because there's no, see, that's why it's so different too, right? It's like there will be no tenting, right? So no campsites. It'll be hostels every night. And so, and that's not going to be, I mean, that'll add up, right? I mean, they're saying it's like 35 euro a night. I don't know what that is in Canadian dollars. I have no idea, but it sounds expensive. I mean, that's like 200 something a week. That's almost a grand a month just in lodging, right? And then you got your food on top. And since you are going from a hostel to a hostel, well, I guess you could cook. You could cook in the hostel. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be different for sure. It's gonna be. I think I should bring the drone. I went on their website and nothing there says I can't. I mean, it's not like the PCT. You can't bring it on the PCT, but wouldn't that be cool? Like ocean shots and mountains and stuff like that, for sure. Awesome. Um, we lose our sense of humor. Oh, and adventure. Keep us quenched. It will be hot when you start in May. Yeah. So the PCT, when I get back in and go on the PCT in May, I will still have some stuff to do. Yeah, I should clarify that because a lot of people don't like it when you jump around on the trail. And unfortunately, last year I jumped around a little bit. I mean, it wasn't that bad, but and so what I'm going to do is I've got one real big spot. Well, I wouldn't say big. It's like 40 miles, and it goes from Idlewild to Banning, and it includes Fuller Ridge. And I believe in Fuller Ridge you got Apache. Is it Apache Peak? I know there's Mount Jacinto there. Mount Jacinto is almost 11,000 feet, and it's straight up. Like out of Idlewild, you just, I mean, it's called Devil's Slide for a reason, right? It's only 3 miles up, but I'm telling you, it's like the AT. It's straight up. It's like Katahdin, right? Katahdin would be proud of Jacinto, of Devil's Slide for sure. Anyway, sorry, I'm rambling. Anyways, and then from there, from Banning, I'm just going to stop. I'm going to stay at Nitsy's and spend some time with her. She's a trail angel in Banning, really super nice. So if you hike the PCT, be sure to look her up. She's on Far Out, um, and um, and then hang out with her for a couple days. And then what I might do is, well, not what I might. I want to go up and meet another trail angel that I met, Mike. Super nice guy. Again, he's in Tehachapi. Look him up. I'm not sure if he is on Far Out. I'd have to ask him. But super, super nice guy. Um, and I'm supposed to hike with him a little bit. So I want to hike with Nitsi and I want to hike with Mike. And so Nitsi wants to do, I think, don't quote me on this, I could be wrong, but I think she wants to do from Banning north to, I think it's Hikertown, maybe? Shoot, I don't know. You know what? I'm not sure. I gotta ask her. I gotta find out. And I haven't talked to Mike to confirm. But my idea is just do that section from Idlewild to Banning, and then and then just keep going north. Just go north, in a straight line, instead of jumping up to the border and coming down and stuff, which was fun. Hey, listen, Washington, wow, wow, and I want to do Washington again because it is so awesome. If any of you ever get a chance, oh man, whew. It's like Franconia Ridge on steroids. It's just like day after day of massive rolling. What's that famous movie from the 1940s? You know, in the meadows. I don't know, whatever. You know what I mean? There's a famous movie from that era. This reminds me of that. You're just going through these mountains, and it's pretty breathtaking. And the marmots, you got to watch out for the marmots. They'll rob you blind. They'll dig right into your pack and take whatever they want. They have no shame. No, they're not afraid of humans at all. It's pretty cool. Sally, big news, but sounds fun to follow along. RV. Yeah, I am downsizing, and that's the thing. I am so tired of moving. I wanted this, like the market was just cooking last year. When I was on the AT, the market was hot. I mean, I should have sold then, but when I got off the AT, I put the house on the market and it didn't move at all. I mean, there was nothing. So I moved everything out of the house, put it in storage, thinking, I don't want to have to come back. The house will sell, like, because that's usually how it works, right? When you least expect it, and you're 4,000 miles away, it's like, oh, hey, now you got to fly back and take care of all this stuff, right? So I thought, I'll be smart, I'll be sneaky, I'll just move all my stuff into storage, think confident, think optimistically, right? We got this. It's going to sell. Well, it didn't sell. So then I got to move all my stuff back in. And that was what, 2 months ago? It wasn't that long ago. Maybe three. I don't know. And here I am again, having to move it out. And I'm telling you, I am getting tired of this. But I will say this: each time I do it, I throw stuff out. Like I clean stuff up. I'm purging. It's kind of liberating, actually, not having a lot of stuff. And I think going into the RV, because what I've been doing is I take like a box or sort like, so I would just go first through the house with boxes and just pick out stuff for the RV. So for the house here, my ex had us using like 16 plates, 16 bowls, whatever, because we had on that side of the family, it was really big, right? So we had dishes everywhere. Like I wouldn't do that in the RV. I would take like maybe four bowls, four spoons, four knives, like, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. And then even the appliances, like just the little ones, like don't bring the big Vitamix, but bring the little bullet, like blender or whatever, just small downsized stuff. And I think it'll be liberating. That's the only word I can think of, because it just seems like the less I have these last years or two, the happier I am. Like it's just a burden. It's like George Carlin, that comedy skit where he says, you just keep getting more stuff as you get older, and then you're like, having to get a bigger place because you got more stuff. Well, I don't want to be that person. I want to go the other way. I don't want stuff. I just want a backpack and an open trail, really. But I understand, even though we think we're going to live forever, it's like, we all die eventually. So health will eventually go down. Hopefully not for another 30 years or something, but hey, you know, just stay out there. RV adventures. Yeah, Jason. Yeah, so it's funny. I think honestly it'll be an adventure all on its own. And I rented, so I let me tell you, I went to was it last year or no? Yeah, it was last year. I rented an RV and went down to P Town and stayed there for a couple of days and just boondocked out on the coast by Cape Cod there. And I loved it. I loved it. But what I noticed was everything was the whole vibration, the levels, everything came up a little. That's one thing that kind of scares me a little, because I really like peace. I like quiet. I don't like busy streets. I don't want to have to contend with where I'm going to be from day to day. I'm going to be one of those RVers that just finds a spot and just parks for like a month, pay the fee. So, or I don't know, wherever it is I go. Like I do know I love Florida. I've got a ton of friends in Florida. I miss them to death. I haven't seen them in years. Um, I know I could go to Florida, for example, for like 3 months and just go into one of these RV parks and pay like, I don't know, I'm just guessing, 700-800 a month or something, and just and have hookups, right? Which is nice. It's like, and then just get a little Jeep or something, and then go tooling around town, go golf, go down to Orlando, whatever, stuff like that, right? Um, and then just pull up stakes and then just go, right? And then in the summer come up here to Canada, and then spend all the winters down there, because I can only be in the States for 6 months. So yeah, that sucks. Um, if you need any help packing, let me know. Oh, for a free ride in the RV. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, you're not far from me, Darlene. So yeah, if you wanna take it out for a cruise, yeah, we'll do that. Yeah. My mother had a saying, "Don't let your possessions possess you." You're right. I know. It was the AT, really, that woke me up. I remember just crying on the couch over there. I was just like, it was just that heavy, heavy feeling of Well, I was in a rough place though when I got off the AT. Uh, that separating kind of thing was an issue for me. I don't know about the others. I can't speak for them, but that was an issue because you live with somebody for like 6 months, you know. Well, not somebody, a whole group of people, you know. But there is that, and then also the realization that you look around and you think, I just spent like 50 years of my life working my ass off to get here, and did it make me really any like happier? Did buying the house or the car, having the mortgage, did was that really? I just spent 6 months with nothing but a bag on my back, and I was the happiest I'd ever been, and it was cheap. I mean, it was just it. There was I didn't have a worry in the world. It wasn't. I didn't have to worry about the job. I didn't have to worry about the mortgage or the rent or I don't know. We just didn't have a worry in the world. We just kind of went. It was pretty amazing. But you know, everything's got to end sometimes, right? And you're looking around and you're saying to yourself, why? Why? You know, you only get to live once, you know. And then don't get me wrong, I'm grateful. I am so grateful for that opportunity. Um, it's just I wish more people could. I don't know. It's just anyway. It's people. Life's hard, you know. Life's hard. This just makes it easier, you know. But anyway, I gotta read here. There's stuff going on. 1,000 or more in Florida these days. Oh, is that right? Okay. Well, I'll stay away from the carefree parks then. I'll go to the free ones. There's some government land there I know about. Anyways, 30 feet long seems too big to move around. Yeah, I mean it's not small. I've driven it. That's what I used. I used a 30. I when I rented one, I rented a 30 footer. Actually, it was 31, and it wasn't bad. I think it's to do with the big thing for me that I noticed is how far the back wheels are from the back of the unit of the RV, um, because of the way it swings. So, like, the shorter the wheelbase, the tighter you can go around the corners instead of having to swing out really wide. I like the balance where you've got some overhang in the back. So let that swing out instead of your wheelbase. Anyway, you know what I'm saying. It's just I find that driving at some point you're going to have to be in traffic and you're going to have to maneuver and do turns, tight turns, you know, for once you get up over 30, it's brutal. But no, I would have to be 30 or less because of the state parks mostly. Um, Anybody will tell you that. Don't go get a 35 or 40 because you've just cut out 1/3 of the parks that you can possibly go to because they just don't have spots big enough to house you, to put you. And so that's why, and I'm just one person too, right? Like I don't need that. You know, all I really want don't laugh, please. I, how do I say this and not sound really crude? I don't want to poop where I shower. I don't want a wet bath. And unfortunately, in order to get, I guess, not a wet bath, a dry bath, I have to get something that's probably around 28 to 30 feet long or bigger. It just seems like the smaller units don't have that. They have like the toilet right in the middle of the shower. And there's just something about that that really bothers me. I don't know what it is, but anywho, that's kind of my only reasoning for it. At the same time, you know, I also I don't mind going to a laundromat, you know, every week or every two or something. I don't mind any of that stuff, you know. You do it on trail all the time, anyways. It's not like it's any different, and I'd still be on trail most of the time anyway. That's the other thing too, is I mean I'm not going to change my hiking schedule. So like I won't be in the RV half of the year, probably 3/4 of the year. I won't hardly ever. And that's why I don't really need to have anything big. I mean, a van could probably do it just as well, you know. What do we got here? You can park your RV for free for 14 days at a time at Red River Gorge on Forest Road 39. Why does that sound familiar to me? Also anywhere in Daniel Boone National Forest. Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay. I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Not quite free, but a yearly pass is 50. Oh, I've heard about this. Yeah, yeah. You buy a pass in the States for, and then you get access to all these parks, right? Junk. Junk or gem. Ooh, I like that name. I don't like that either. Yeah, I know, right? Like, I just, a toilet's a toilet. It has a purpose. It's like, you just stay over there. I'll come visit you when I need you. But I don't feel like I would come out of that shower clean. I don't know. Is it just me? Maybe I just have to get over it or something. I don't know. The one I rented had a separate toilet and a separate shower, and I was so happy. Um, it's just I have really thick hair, and I have to rinse sometimes 2 or 3 times. I want to get bigger tanks too if I can, bigger bigger water tanks, and then that way I don't have to go and dump and be in parks as often, because I know it's a lot of weight for the vehicle to carry, but I think if you can stay off or out of these parks for 2 or 3 weeks at a time, you'd save a lot of money there too, and then just go dump, pay $20 and dump your systems, your black and your gray tanks, and put your fresh water in and go boondock again for a week or two. What about a camper van? Yeah, I mean that's, I guess, I assume you're talking about a class B, like those sprinter vans and what's the other one called? Transit. Yeah, Ford Transit vans. There's a lot of really nice RVs built on those. And they're pretty small too. They're like, what are they? They're like 22 feet or something, 20 feet. I don't know, I can't remember, but and they're expensive. Why do they cost more? I don't get this. Like, I've been looking at some of them, right? And I can't believe how expensive they are. These what's the name of that company? Oh, Infinity or something. It's built on a Mercedes chassis. This thing's like $250,000, and I'm like, what? What's it made of? Like, is the toilet made of gold? Um, I don't know. Anyways, not for me. That's out of my snack bracket. Camper van. Yeah, as long as I can stand up in it, you know. That's the other thing is, I want to be able to stand up in it. Because some of those vans, you don't, like, you can stand, but so I would want like a tall one. I was thinking of getting to like, those panel trucks, the delivery, like the FedEx and the like trucks like that, right? Get one of those and just there's so many companies now. You give them like 20 grand or something, and they'll trip it right out. Like, they'll just, in fact, you can pick your own floor plans. I know, right? This is awesome, and you just pick the way you want it. You drop it off, come back in a month, and it's done. Boom. I'm not that handy. I mean, I can swing a hammer, but doing that stuff, I'm just screwed up. Take me 5 years, I'd still be doing it. So I figure, just have somebody else build it. And then that way I won't kill myself. I won't electrocute myself or do some silly thing. Yeah. So, any more questions? My favorite forest in America. Yeah, the PCT. Wow, I tell you, that was something. The North End, Washington, just blew me away. Although I am really looking forward to the Sierras, but I just feel like I have a score to settle. I just I feel like I'm defeated. From last year, I just feel like it kicked my ass, and I'm determined to get my revenge on the PCT. No, I'm just kidding. I love it. I'd love to do the whole thing again, actually, in one shot. And I would like to if I can. I haven't ruled that out. I just want to make sure I get what I missed first, so I can just call it a closed hike, you know? And then from there, if it's early still in the season, like if it's not, I don't know, like if it's still, well, actually, no, you know what? It could be late in the season. Because if you're coming back down to San Diego, anyways, to the desert, it would still be hot down there, right? Till, I don't know, what, November. So even if it was like September or something, and then I hit the border up there, I mean, I could just take a train down or something, or fly, and go back down to San Diego and then come up to where I started in Idlewild. Yeah. Wow. Huh. That'd be the way to do it, I think. That would. Yeah. Whew. Yeah. Brain just started firing. It's like, brainstorm. Look out. Sparks. Sorry if the volume's not that good. I had difficulty with the this damn mic thing. I don't know. I just got it too. I don't know why it's not working, but it wasn't working at all. So I had to do it on the computer. So that's the other thing. So there I know there's a few photographers in the group that were asking me questions about that, because I am going to be taking out some new gear this year. Hopefully a little lighter. The 20 mil I had last year, the wide angle, this thing was a brick. It was like a brick. Now zooms are heavier, but I want to go with a zoom. I also want to go with a more cinematic style camera, if that makes any sense. Softer, something softer, because I already have like the phone. And the phone, oh man, I gotta, you know what? I'm telling you, I don't know if they're all like this or not, but the my phone was dead. It did the AT, it did the PCT, it was just beaten up. It was time for a new one. And I got the new one, and the camera on this new one, wow, holy. I mean, I couldn't believe it. It does log format, and it does the same as like log 3. And now mind you, Apple had log. They had log in, I think, 13 maybe. Somebody can correct me. I think it was iPhone 13. And they had a log, but it wasn't a very good log. As soon as you started pushing a little bit, color grading, the picture just fell apart. I mean, really, it just turned into mush. Like, it was horrible. So I didn't really pay much attention to it, even though I did a lot of filming on the AT with that phone, mostly because I destroyed the other one. It went for a swim. But anyway, that's not the point. But the new iPhone, I mean, it is like tack sharp. I couldn't believe it, corner to corner. And you can really push it in post. You can take it into DaVinci, you can take it anywhere, and really manipulate that image, and it still comes out perfect. Like, yeah. So anyways, all I'm saying is phones are catching up to cameras big time. And they're well, not waterproof, but my big camera got wet a couple times last year, and I was freaking out. I was like, no, I don't have insurance for it. That kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just freaking out. Like, but the phone, you already got the phone. It's there anyways. It's not like you're not going to bring it anyways. So, Oh, and now you know what else they do? They'll go out to an external drive. So you can go and get one of them little drive things and just plug it in, and just poof. And it's powered. Like, you don't have to put the drive into power. I know. It's pretty awesome. Sally, can you post on the Camino? Post on the Camino. I don't know that. Oh, you mean videos? Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, for sure. I am going to include. Sorry, I was trying to figure out the question. So I was trying to, or sorry, I can include all of it. So that's my plan, right? Like, as soon as I get into France, I'll start videoing, you know? I mean, why not? Paris is supposed to be gorgeous anyways. I was there once, but I never got a chance to just go out and see it, right? Like I was on tour, so I was just like in and out, you know, hotels, that's it. But I'm dying to see it, you know? And so I'll have a week there or give or take. I'm still trying to get flights and stuff, but because the flights are different, like it's so much easier just to get a return flight than it is like a flight from here and then over here to here, you know, like, so it would actually be like two separate flights. So I'm just trying to get my dates sorted out right now. But so I would fly from Toronto. Yeah, I would fly from Toronto to Paris. No, I wouldn't. I'm going to Punta Cana. I forgot. Yeah, anyways, and then, or actually Cap Cana, but then, so then Punta Cana to Paris, then Spain. Where are we going to end up? I think it's close to Lisbon, isn't it? Or something? Portugal? I don't know. Anyway, fly out of Portugal to the States. Um, One way is kind of cheap. It's really cheap. Airlines are cheap lately, like $150. Not to Spain, mind you, but like, you know, to go down to California right now would be like $150. That is wow. I mean, it's pretty good. I paid like five come off trail last summer. Well, September. When did I come off trail? September. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So anyway, question post on the Camino. Yeah, I mean, if I can get some Wi-Fi, I mean, we're gonna be in hostels every night or some kind of. I might go to a hotel the odd night if there isn't a hostel. But I mean, hostels are where you're gonna save your money, right? Because that'll add up. $30, $40. I don't even know what a pound. What's a pound in dollars? Does anybody know? Um, it's like 35 pounds a night, right? So what's that? It's like 240, 250 a week. Like it's like $1,000. It's like $1,000 a month just for just to sleep. That's wow, yeah. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It's only going to be like 6 weeks, right? It's only 500 and something miles. So, and I mean, I think that's kind of subjective too. Like, if you're doing 5 miles a day, you're going to spend more money for sure. I think it's mandatory to do around 15. Like, I think the gaps will be at least 15 to 20, you know, kilometers. They do everything in kilometers there. So I will too. I'll relay the markers as they pertain to that country, right? So like even if I go to New Zealand, I'll put it on the videos by saying, "Hey, look, there's a sign, you know, kilometer marker 500 or whatever it is." Yeah. Have I been to California Redwood Park? Um, I haven't. No, I don't know if the PCT goes through that in Northern California because I haven't done that section yet. I'm guessing if it did, it would be probably up near Tahoe. No, I'm not. I don't. I'm not familiar. Honestly, I just don't know. I'm guessing. I'm guessing. But yeah, I would love to see that too. The redwoods. Yeah. In fact, you know, I mean, what's to stop me from just taking a side trip and going? Because that would be, or save it for the RV later. I don't know, something, whatever. But yeah, that would be something to see. Oh no, there's still a lot of the PCT that, like the John Muir Trail, all that stuff. I'm a little scared of that. I'm not gonna lie. I am a little scared of that because of my breathing, you know. So I'm gonna go slow. And the thing is, once I go and I'm in Idlewild and I come up Devil's Slide, I'm gonna jump right from sea level in one day and be up at 11,000 the next day. That could be, you know, I might go slow there. I might just come into camp a bit early and just kind of chill out and just let everything kind of calm down. Because I do believe you get used to it, you acclimate to it. Because I noticed that on the AT. Once I started going up in elevation and just going along. It was so much easier, once you're up there, right? Even though the AT, I mean, the highest point of the AT is like 6,700. This is more than double that. So, yeah. I wish I could bring the drone to the PCT. That'd be nice. I am going to bring it to the Camino, though, the drone over the ocean and stuff. It's going to be awesome. I want to get some good shots. So, yeah, it's going to be kind of busy the next while. I will get a couple of camps in there, survival camps. I'm starting to build my winter kit. I don't know if I told you about this or not yet, but I'm dying to try it out. I am such a suck for the cold. I need a warm body with me at night. It's just the way it is. I'm sorry, but I am going to go out there with a wood stove and a hot tent and like do the whole thing, right? Get some snowshoes and like a sled and a big fluffy hat. You got to have a big fluffy hat. It's no good unless you got the big fluffy hat. You know what I'm saying? And just go out there, with a pom-pom, right? And just go out there in the howling wind, cold, 6 feet of snow in your snowshoes and just trudge through the snow and then put up this tent and huddle in this tent with a wood stove. Yeah. I don't know why. I don't know why. It's really appealing to me right now. Maybe it's because I'm stir crazy. I'm dying for a camp. I'm dying for the outdoors. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's been a mild winter here too. It has. I was talking to somebody from California, and they were saying it's pretty mild winter there too. So I don't know if that's how that's going to pan out for the hiking season. Last year it was pretty brutal. I'm not making excuses. I wanted to finish that trail. I should have finished that trail. But I mean, it was a pretty brutal year. They say it was the worst year in like 30, 40 years. So, and I mean, I believe them when they say that because it was pretty rough. It was really cold at night, really hot during the day, a lot of precipitation, a lot of poodle dog bush. Wow, couldn't believe so much poodle dog bush. I did like 300 miles of poodle dog bush. It's really highly toxic, even if you touch it just a little bit. They say it's 10 times as bad as poison ivy. I don't know. I've never had poison ivy, so I don't know, but I believe you. I don't want to test the theory, and I kept dodging it, like, because it would grow over the trail, so you're kind of like trying to whittle your way around it. Even though I wore long pants, I don't know, I just got the impression that if the oil from the leaf got on the pants, and then maybe I crawl into bed that night or something, roll over. I don't know. Like, I don't know if it spreads or not. I don't know. I know very little about it. I never even heard of poodle dog bush till I got down there. But it was Ghost, the trail angel, the first one I met in San Diego. He told me about it. He said, keep an eye out for that. You won't see it here, he says, but when you get up, like, I think he said 3 or 400. And he was right. Yeah, mile 400. That's where I saw it. It was everywhere. It was crazy. And then there was like the only water for 12 miles, right? And I'm looking at my map, and the trail's almost non-existent because it's grown over with this poodle dog. And I'm trying to find this cistern. I guess there's a cistern, and it was on my far out, and I'm like, I don't know. I should be there. Like, I'm looking at my phone, right? And I'm like, no, I'm right at it. So finally, I guess the poodle dog had grown right over the cistern, and I would have had to wade like knee deep, thigh deep, just to get to the cistern through the poodle dog. And I thought, nope. And seriously, I did not drink for, I don't know, I forgot how many more miles, but in total, it was like, because I didn't go to that spot, it was like a 12-mile stretch. I don't know, it's crazy. I don't want to see the effects of it, but I've heard it's pretty bad. I heard people get like massive blisters, and yeah, it's another reason I wear long pants, not just to keep the mosquitoes off, but stuff like that. You do sweat a little more, I think. But the sun, see, that's the thing. I just burn and peel and burn and peel. I don't have any resistance to the sun at all. I'm too pale, too fair skinned. Even sunblock. I wear sunblock like crazy. Crazy. Every day. Religiously, I put sunblock on. Even if it's cloudy. I feel like I have to. Especially for my golfing. Like, you know, I golfed for a long time. And I wore sunblock all the time. I mean, I just, you know, like it was, yeah, it looked pretty silly, I'm sure. Well, anyways, seems to have gotten quiet in chat. I've covered most of what's going on in the next little while, and it starts to get real busy around March the 1st. So, a couple of months of hectic things going on. Well, 1 month definitely, and then after that it'll calm down a bit, and I get to kind of just, you know, relax and see what kind of year it is. I hope that you have a great year, a great new year. I hope that your holiday was good. And 2024, it's going to be great. I think it's going to be great. I want it to be great, for sure. All right, so I'll say goodnight, and until next time. And I'll still try and work on that video, for the one for like older hikers, for sure. Okay, let's go get it.